Bring in the Spectator's Washington editor Amber Duke and Seattle Talk Radio host Jason Rantz. Thank you both for coming on. I want to play a little media montage. This is a joyful media montage from today. Watch this.
Thank you to the jurors. Thank you to this judge. This is a moment of sort of democratic reset, small d democratic reset for us as a country. Accountability is happening here.
This was a jury that throughout the process was extremely attentive.
Miracle is too strong a word, but a day for celebration.
The judge here, Judge Juan Merchan, who he's attacked repeatedly as corrupt without any basis for that, it is a remarkable moment.
This was a fair process, so you have to live with it.
Miracle, Amber. I mean, you go through the list. You're like, the last guy didn't know the crime any more than anybody else did. He couldn't pick out the crime either, and yet so overjoyed.
Oh, it's incredible. I'm not surprised at all to see these people gloating. Of course, they very much represent the same makeup that was likely on that jury, because these are dyed-in-the-wool, coastal elite liberals who love to, trounce around Manhattan and have been dreaming about this moment for years. But I will say the media ought to be very careful because they enjoyed Trump as a cash cow when he was in office. Their ratings were much better. A lot of them got six-figure book deals, and all of that is going to go away if he does not get elected in 24 in November. So they better be careful about getting what they wish for.
You know, Jason Rantz, Joy Reid always gives my favorite sound bites, and she did not disappoint today. I want to play this. It's 20 seconds, but well worth the watch.
The one good thing that happened here is that this case was brought in a state that no Republican controls. Because if it did, the same thing that happened in Georgia would have happened here. Thank God for the state of New York, Donald Trump's home state, because there was no way for him to interfere with the process of justice.
So what she's saying is the Republicans, they were matchmakers for Fani Willis and Nathan Wade in Georgia. That's what happened down there. It was all a rigged deal.
Yeah, who knew we could find love so easily? I didn't know Republicans were capable of doing that. I mean, she is so mind-numbingly dumb. And what I think is so funny about all of this, we have had, over the course of the last few days, coverage that has it's gone from Dr. Jill Biden, she's a doctor, by the way, telling us that democracy is in peril and we're about to lose our democracy if this guy gets elected by the people, to today is actually a great day for democracy because one-party rule, one-party system in New York with a corrupt judge was able to move forward with a politically motivated case against a former president we hate, and we're trying to destroy his life. Yay, democracy. These people don't really know what the definitions are of the terms that they're using. But I think most people at this point can see through this. And we had that Marist poll, I think it was the last day or so, basically saying most people, regardless of the outcome, would not really change their position. Right. It's about a small group of people, and I think they're going to be alienated by this kind of coverage.
I think you're right. Meantime, Anderson Cooper, unbiased Anderson Cooper, had this to say today.
Clearly, he's turning this to politics and to the campaign and trying to link this, what he calls a rigged system, to a rigged system that he hopes his voters believe in.
Yeah. I mean, who, Amber, in their right mind would link this to politics?
Well, first of all, I mean, how could you not imagine, after the lengths that they went through to allow this case to even be brought in the first place, and then ultimately rigging the process to return a guilty verdict, that these same people wouldn't attempt to rig an election? And then on the other side of this, the Biden campaign that showed up yesterday, they showed up with actor Robert De Niro to hold an event outside of the Trump trial. Yeah. And now actually members of the Biden team are complaining that the media is covering this too much. You have TJ Ducklow on social media saying that they should be covering Biden's speech in Philadelphia to black voters as opposed to the Trump trial in New York. Well, which one is it? Do you want them to cover your campaign event outside of the trial or not?
Yeah, I mean, they should have music from 2017, 2018 here, Jason Rantz, because it feels like a Russian collusion reunion.
It really does. And if they were doing this for the first time, perhaps it would be more effective. But because they've been relentless and they've been playing the same tune over and over and over again, people, again, I think, are able to see through it. And frankly, they're just getting really sick and tired. I was talking on my show about this, obviously, today, and I was hearing from a lot of folks who are independents or moderate Democrats who hate listen to me, who are sending in messages saying, look, I don't like the guy necessarily, but you've pushed me into his corner. And I really think that this is going to backfire, particularly in the states where they can't afford it, if you're a Biden supporter, for it to backslide.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Jason Rantz, Amber Duke, thank you both.